thinking to myself, what a wonderful world.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Now we are back at Anglia Car Auctions for their first classic car auction of 2023. We've headed up here today to check out all of the cars. They've got a huge range, so yeah, let's go and have a little browse and see what catches our eye. We've just purchased our programme, which are £5 each. It's free entry into this auction. And on the Saturday and the Sunday, they have two no reserve cars that you can guess the hammer price, and you win £250 if you're closest. So today's one is a 1982 Austin Metro Vanden Plas. So I'm going to show you around it and I'll tell you what me and Lauren have guessed. Austin Metro Vanden Plas. It's a 1982 model with 28,000 miles on the clock. There we go, it's an automatic. Looks in fair condition. Just been reading up on this and it's actually got a fresh MOT, so it's MOT'd until January 2024. Just looking around the engine bay now, looks fairly respectable. Hasn't been tarted up. It's a 1300s engine in here. Right, so we've had a little think about this. I've gone for a guess of £3,750 and Lauren's gone for £3,350. Just checking this Reliant Rialto Estate out. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce that. Anyway, it's a 848cc. It's a estate. Let's have a little look. Look at that. Just been talking to a guy here at the auction and he basically told me the thing that makes this Reliant a estate is the way that the rear door opens. So yeah, pretty interesting. The Reliant has got 16,000 miles on it and that's warranted. The MOT ran out in March 2009, but doesn't look like it'll take too much to get it back on the road. And the estimate is £2,500 to £3,500.
Mind your back, you've got a big one coming through.
Yeah.
Hey!
Unfortunately, that's 2150, I'll take 50 more. That's 2150, go the way then really want. Twice you're out the net, yes or no.
Well, 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 what do we have here? Now this is actually my dream car. Not this actual Escort, but a Mk2 Escort is my dream car. If you follow my channel, then you'll know that I am currently restoring one of these. This is a 1975 model. It's a 1.3 auto. It's a GL. It's got MOT until March 2023. Now these videos aren't aimed to sell the cars here at all. I just come to the auctions and show you guys around them. But honestly, this Mk2 Escort is in very good condition. I've said this in my videos before, but you can tell a lot by a car by the condition of the door cards. It's not peeling away. Doesn't look like there's much wear on the handles. Very nice. It's quite hard to see under the Escort. Me and Dad have got our torches out, but looks in good condition. Now Dad's just getting me too excited now. Look how clean this is. That is really, really clean for a Mk2 Escort. Think how old this car is. I was just saying as well to Dad, if I didn't already have my Mk2 Escort, I'd definitely be seriously thinking about purchasing this one. Just having a little browse around the 1300 Crossflow and all around the engine bay in this Escort, and you know what, it's not terrible. It's got surface rust, but these strut towers are nice and solid still. They normally go. It's got its original chassis number there as well. One thing I just forgot to add, the actual origin The country this Escort came from is France. The guide price or estimate for this is 3,250 to 4,250. Apparently it's only covered 35,000 kilometers as well. I've just been talking to Guy and they've got the Nova certificate for this, so it'll only be £50 to change it over and get a UK plates. We just ventured out into the canopy out here at Anglia Car Auctions, and obviously we found a Mini. Lauren loves these. It's a 848cc. Funny enough, that's the same cc capacity as that Reliant we just looked at. And this is finished in sort of a really nice olivey green colour with a white roof. It just works so well. Has it? It's already got an L in it. Just check out that interior. That steering wheel's cool. Check that out. Lovely little Mini. Mini 850. Lovely. Rocking its little 10-inch wheels. What a cool car. The Mini has got 60,000 miles, but that isn't warranted. It's got a current MOT and a V5 present. The estimate for this little Mini is £5,500 to £7,500.
It's alright, it's alright.
Next up is this Mini van. It's a 1981 Austin Morris Mini. It's got MOT until November 2023. First thing that's catching my eye, unfortunately, is all these ripples, so it's gonna need some work there, innit? I mean, even if it's got its imperfections, it's still a very cool classic car. Yep. Bit of underlay in the back there. It's fairly clean. Also, Dad's just pointed something out. The battery's been relocated. It's just there. Used to be under the seats, but as we can see, there's some aftermarket ones in there. Oh, gotta love the way these windows slide. So old school. That's inside the Mini. Doesn't look too bad at all. Seats are pretty cool, actually. This is its 1300 engine, which has covered 86,000 miles. Taking a closer look as well, it looks like it originally used to be green. Cool little motor. Didn't even see the alloys earlier and the bigger arches on it. Anyway, the estimate for this one is £9,000 to £11,000. Look what we've stumbled across now. This is a very old Ford, a 1961 to be precise, Ford Consul Mark II. Looks like it's in a bit of a barn find condition. What an old school motor. It's tired, really is tired, but with some TLC, someone could make this a lovely classic. Look at that. Don't get that in your modern cars, do ya? Fold up armrest. I've just been reading a little bit more information about this console, and it's only had 2 owners. Apparently it's covered 15,000 miles. I'm not quite sure how warranted that is, but it doesn't say it's not. Moving on to the estimate for this, it is £2,750 to £3,750.
About £3,000 is going away. The provision of this money wasn't £3,000. I think twice. Don't want to miss out on the whole town. It's time now. At 3,000. The contrary.
Minter alert. Check this out. It's a 1 owner from new with 13,000 miles on the clock. It's got a later Rover engine in it. It's a 1400 ECU, but this thing is in pretty good condition. That's cool. Look at the retro door cards. It's very presentable in here. The retro theme continues on the seats as well. Looks lovely, doesn't it? As you would have seen, this is a 5-door model, so I'm assuming it's going to be less desirable. The estimate is £3,000 to £4,000. Just in the automobilia area. This all gets auctioned off Saturday and Sunday before 12 o'clock.
Lot number 10 now is the Dr. Pepper circular sign with straight in online here at 125. At 125, at 125, 150, leading you at 150 in the room. At 150 mid now on the rail, 150, at 150, at 150, at 150 with you away at the door now then at 150.
I've just wandered outside to the huge array of classic cars and stumbled across another Metro, this one being a 1983 Austin Mini Metro. Unfortunately, it's out of MOT. It ran out in December 2018. Oh, that might be one of the reasons why it doesn't have a MOT. But you know what, for an old car, it's not terrible in here. It really isn't. Could do with a little bit of tidying up and that, but the seats aren't bad, door cards aren't too bad. Headlining's alright. Wouldn't take much to tidy that up. However, moving on to the body, it's really starting to go around this arch. The seal doesn't look too healthy either. It's the same story on this side, even though it's got some tyre shine on there. It's all rotten around the arch. Same along down that seal. Definitely got some more rust hiding underneath that. My dad was just filling me with knowledge. Apparently this is an early Mini Metro because of the fuel cap being so low. The later ones had them up here. That's a shame. All of this front panel is gone as well. Going to need a bit of TLC. It's a cool car though, and you don't see many of them anymore. It's a no reserve. Wow, so it's a 1 litre and it's no reserve. So it'd be interesting to see what that goes for.
500 only.
What a beast. I'm going to have to tell my dad to keep his hands in his pockets because this is a future classic. Yeah, I know you're going to moan at me in the comments. It's not a classic. This is a future classic. Look at that. 1999. It's as old as me. 1.8 engine in it. I'm presuming that's going to be diesel. It's got MOTs dated from 2002 to present, and the mileage is just over 100,000. To top it off, it's got a fresh ticket on it until January 2024. It's a shame we can't look in the back, but yeah, it's an original van, Mark IV Fiesta. I love it, I really do. As you guys will probably know, literally every Ford rusts, so this one is no exception. Little rust blister there, and one just forming above that rear arch, but I don't think it would take too much to repair them and stop the rust from working its way around the car. There we go. Yeah, so as expected, it's got a 1.8 diesel in there. The estimate is 1,750 to 2,250. I mean, yeah, for £2,000, that's a really clean motor, and it's got MOT for a year. Can't complain with that. It's only provisional. How about this then? A 1983 Ford Escort RS 1600. The only downside, I guess, for it being in this country is it's a left-hand drive, but it's got MOT until November 2023. The clocks are saying 57,000 kilometers. Them seats have had better days. Oh, all mouldy. Nope, that's not coming up. Coming down this side, it doesn't look too bad. God. No wonder them seats are mouldy. Look at the condensation on the rear window. It's a little bit tired, started to sort of show its age. Been neglected slightly, I think. Steering wheel is horrible, look, it's all cracked up and that. As we come round here though, there's a slight bit of damage to the front, the bonnet. Yes, unfortunately, been in a bit of a knock before. There's the heart of the beast, a 1600 CVH. Really like these rocker covers with the vents in them. They go for a lot of money these days. God. It's had a little bit of work done. What car hasn't? But this one hasn't been done too neatly. But yeah, it's fuel injected.
On the internet, still original, 5600 you done once, twice. Any further interest, you're done.
Just spotted this Renault 5, 1987. It's 1.1. It's got 64,000 miles recorded on it. Unfortunately, it's out of MOT. The last one was in 2019. Don't know why I'm banging on about door cods so much, but look at the state of them. God. This one is a Rio car. They really went out there with this one, didn't they? Bob the Builder's been here as well. Waxed little hinge on the fuel cap. Unfortunately, just starting to go on the scuttle there. Bit of duct tape, that's waterproof. But yeah, the engine bay doesn't look too bad. It needs a bit of TLC, but the Renault 5 is a no reserve, so I wonder what that'd go for. Just stumbled across another Ford, as we do, this one being a Mondeo, but not any old Mondeo. It's a ST220 2004 model. Let's have a look inside. That's cool, it's nice. Big old leather Recaros in there. Looks in pretty tidy condition, not much rust on this one. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to look in the bonnet because it's like the Transit, so you have to put the key in. The guide price for the Mondeo is £2,500 to £3,500.
1, 2, 2. Up 2, 2, it is now going once. 2, 2, it is now going twice. Third time of calling. Visual at 2, 2. 10, 10.
Blimey, we found a Mk2 Fiesta. Ah, got ya. Nope, it's not a Mk2 Fiesta, but it is the same lights as a Mk2 Fiesta. My friend Taylor informed me the other day that these shaped Reliant Robins have the same indicators and headlights as a Mk2 Fiesta. It's pretty cool to know, isn't it? This one is a 1992 Reliant Robin. Inside actually looks really presentable. It's got a big cover in the back seats, which I presume was used on this car, and it shows because it's pretty good condition, isn't it? You can now see, earlier we were looking at that Reliant Estate, the door opens and swung open, but this one, it sort of lifts up like that, which makes it not an Estate. It's got a surprisingly big boot as well. The three-wheeler has done 58,000 miles from new, but it's out of MOT, ran out in July 2019. There's the engine. Not that you can see much of it because it sort of goes through the bulkhead. Not quite sure on what cc it is, but yeah, there it is. The estimate on this is £1,000 to £2,000.
I've got some half-price carpet tiles. 12.15 is going twice, third time selling, sold out the door at 12.50. Doors at 12.50.
I thought I'd take this opportunity to explain the buyer's premium and the fees. Here at Anglia Car Auctions, any vehicle that goes through, you've got 8% on top of the hammer price plus VAT. There's a minimum payable of £160 plus VAT. So say a vehicle went through for £500, 8% of that is only £40. So it would have to be £160 on top of that 500 and plus VAT on top of that. All automobilia, motorbikes, bicycles and pedal cars, they are 15% plus VAT. I hope that's cleared everything up for you guys that were asking in the previous videos. Any more questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. I know this isn't really a classic, but it's in the sale. This is a 2002 RS6. I don't know why, it's probably just my dad's coming out of me, but I've always liked these. Just absolute beasts of cars. Full leather interior, nice carbon fibre on the dash. Obviously it's a Quattro. It's just got a fresh MOT on it. It's MOT'd until January 2024. It surprises me about these cars. Look how wide the marches are from factory. Dad's having a look in the boot, even though there's not much to see. Batteries in the boot. No, there isn't a lot to see, as it's a fairly modern car, covered in covers, but yeah, there's a V8 under all of that plastic. 420,000 cc V8, 450 brake horsepower. It's got 97,000 miles recorded. The estimate on the RS6 is £7,000 to £9,000. The story goes that some bloke was restoring this one, and then for some reason or another it's come up for auction. As you can see, it's got brand new seats in it, brand new door cards, had some welding down there. I'm assuming there's probably been some welding done down here as well. So sort of halfway through a restoration. There's that bit of welding I was talking about earlier, but it doesn't look too bad. 1 litre engine. Always surprises me how they fit an engine, radiator, brake servo into this small engine bay. It's actually the same year as my Mk2 Fiesta. It's a 1989. The Mini has got no MOT. It was last MOT'd in January 2017. The last test shows that it's got 29,000 miles on it. And the most interesting thing about this Mini is it's a no reserve. Whatever the hammer price is, that's what it's going to sell for. I'm interested, please whack it in the comments. Who's seen one of these before? Because I haven't. It's a Honda Civic 1977. Very basic on the inside. Yeah, I just can't say I've ever seen one of these before. It's a strange looking thing with that rear end sort of curving round. Garage needs a bit of TLC like most classic cars. Mileage recorded is 32,000 miles. It's originally got a 1.2 engine in it. And there's no reserve on this as well. Very interesting indeed.
There we go, on 350 then. The Honda Civic 3DS.
Transit camper. Really need one of these for the weekends away me and Lauren do. Look at her looking through the windscreen. Yeah, we need one of these for when we go away to all the car shows in the summer. And she's back again. I say me and Lauren need one of these. We do, but I'm not sure about this one. This is a 1997 Transit camper. MOT ran out in 2019. I'm not sure on the mileage, but yeah, look at that. That is horrible. That's completely rotten. It's not the best condition camper. Seen a lot of rust.
£300 in case you fall over the place. £300 is there, £300. £300 up in there, that's £300. Online at £300. Gallons up and selling and gone, that's £300. There we go.
And next to it, we've got a very similar Transit. This one being a 1990 model, and some weird doors on the side of it. What is all of that stuff in the back of this Transit? I've just found out it is a BBC Radio Solent who owned it. Yeah, so obviously it's a radio van. It says it's covered 54,000 miles. It's got MOT. It's MOT'd until February of this year, February 2023, and they reckon £3,000 to £5,000. Ah, there you go. That's a bit of a giveaway. The old sticker still up there. I think I've been a bit harsh on this Transit because it's next to that camper and it's not the best. I thought this one wasn't sort of great condition either, but it actually looks quite clean. So yeah, fair enough. £3,000 to £5,000. Let's see what that goes for.
2 it is again, going provisional, going twice. We'll see what we can do at 2002.
Well, there we have it, guys. That is the end of day one up here at Anglia Car Auction's January 2023 auction. There were some real beauties going through today, getting sold. How cool was that Mk2 Escort that went through today? That has got to be the highlight for me, honestly. I said to Lauren earlier, if I didn't have my Mk2 Escort already, then I would have been definitely buying that. But it did actually go for a little bit more than I was willing to spend. I think it went for 4.7 in the end. So when you add on the fees on top of that, it's a little bit pricey. But yeah, really cool to see. It was such a clean example. The Nova was already paid for, so it was only £50 to get a UK registration. And yeah, I just thought it was really cool to see a Mordor Mk2 Escort, as it is my dream car. But as I say, I already own one and I'm restoring it on the channel as well. Yeah, the Fiesta van, we would have only bought it if it was really cheap, but that went for I think like 1.7, 1.8. And also Dad was looking at the Mondeo, but yeah, that also went for a little bit more pricier than any price we would have had in mind. We did actually buy something though. Dad bought a Dr. Pepper sign for the garage. So yeah, I think I've already shown that, but yeah, I'll show you guys in another episode. Anyway, fantastic day up here today. Obviously, I've still got part 2, which is the Sunday, yet to come out. That'll be followed on my YouTube channel in a week's time. You've seen it all, guys. Let me know what you think about all the hammer prices. Let me know about the cars. Tell me what you would have purchased if you were here. And also, I will leave the next date for the Anglia Car Auction below, so you guys can head up here for yourselves and check the auction out when that happens. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a like, and if you like what you see, subscribe to the channel to see more. Thank you all for watching, and until the next one, I'll see you guys later.